Welcome back, guys. This is Gaming with Austin, and today we are on part 3 of Futuristic Cars Type 3. Let's get started. Second floor, here we are. We're finishing up floor 1, or floor 2 if you're in North America. Now let's add some desks. When I became overweight, I wasn't entirely at fault, actually. It wasn't entirely my fault, nor was it entirely my mama's fault. Who's really to blame for the epidemic? For my obesity. Wasn't entirely my fault, nor was it entirely my mom's fault. And that massive weight gain was actually a side effect of one of the medicines I was on when I was younger. Like, the increased appetite was physically putting too much stress on my legs to where I could only exercise for a couple minutes before giving up, as a result of the stimulated appetite. The only thing that would have been done, that would have been done to prevent the obesity would have been that my mom should have learned about the side effects before putting me on Remeron. My mom should have learned about the side effects before putting me on Remeron. Because it is known to stimulate your appetite, which can cause weight gain that is very hard to control. My mom should have blocked. One thing my mom should have done to prevent me from gaining all that weight in a short time frame while I was on Remeron, she should have locked up all the food. Kind of like those with Prader-Willi, kind of like the caregivers of those with Prader-Willi syndrome. It wasn't my fault I became overweight. It wasn't entirely my fault. So in my case, it was me and my mom are not at fault in this one. My mom should have known about the side effects before putting me on Remeron. If we educate people about the side effects of Remeron, then we'd less likely the likelihood that we'd prescribe Remeron to overweight to people on the autism spectrum would be reduced if we educated people about the side effects. I believe that Remeron should only be prescribed to people who have poor appetite that have very low fat percentages. Like, for people who have extremely low fat percentages. In order for growth hormones to work properly, you have to eat plenty of food. But if you have a poor appetite and you're put on growth hormones, it's not going to work very well. Growth hormones will not work when you're malnourished. But if I was extremely lean to the point, so lean to the point my bones could break at any moment, that's when doctors would probably have to prescribe me Remeron. So, in my case of obesity, I'm not entirely at neither me nor my mom are entirely at fault. In my case. It really wasn't entirely my fault. But my stepmom, former stepmom, blamed it all on me. Let me tell you something. If you think it's a good idea to blame the obesity on that person, think of this. There are overweight people out there that cannot help it. Listen to me. There are overweight people out there that simply cannot help it. I know you might or might not believe me on this one, but this is the cold hard truth about the epidemic. One reason people wage wars is because there's not enough resources to supply both countries, so they end up fighting the crap out of one another over food. They end up beating the shit out of one another over food. One with a greater need to eat will because of a greater population density, is more likely to start conscripting the soldiers. Because the collective have a greater need to eat. Whether because of a fast metabolism, or because there's a larger number of people to feed. Whose fault is it that our children are overweight and so overweight? It's not entirely the parents' fault. It's not entirely the parents' fault. Nor is it entirely the child's fault either. And part of it is that we condition our children. Another part that is fueling the epidemic of obesity is the fact that we are breathing in dirty air. Because it's one of those things that Michelle Obama didn't know. That was fueling the epidemic of obesity, despite government efforts. The only reason you should prescribe your children Remeron is if their body is that they're having trouble storing fat. Is that they have trouble storing body fat. That they are having trouble with fat storage. Which... Some people don't just... Some bodybuilders would take Remeron in a combination with steroids. Help them gain muscle mass. Because with the steroids, it works kind of like testosterone. Just like how having too much beer belly can be bad for you. Let me tell you, just being extremely lean can also be just as bad for you. Just being extremely lean can also be just as bad for you, if not even worse for you, than being fat. Because your body fat is crucial to, in helping your body absorb vitamin D. Eleven and a half. Five. 40, 46, 52, 52 and a half, 53, 58 and a half, 59, 64, 5, 70, 74.5. Hmm. 20. 30. 32. 20. 30. 32. Study. Should be better. Much better. Much better. Meaning the flight of stairs. Save. What about building a bathroom? Yeah, I forgot about it. Forgot about that. Because people have... Some people have to take a piss. Because we all have to take a piss. Every now and then. My goal now is to try to gain some... An interesting fact. The reason why I put exercise gems in every last house I build in The Sims 4, this is mainly because it's time we should all get fit, no matter how fat or skinny you are. We should all be fit, regardless. No matter how fat or skinny you really are, we should all get fit. We should all be fit. Don't forget to change the color to black. Don't. Having a low fat percentage, having a high fat amount of body fat around your belly, it's not the only thing that is, especially around your belly, is not the only thing that is bad for you. But having a low fat percentage can actually be just as bad for you, if not actually a lot worse. Not only does being extremely lean can cause your workouts to suck pretty bad, but also it can cause bone problems too. A low body fat percentage can put you at risk for health problems. And yes, even heart problems. Yes, even heart problems. Being extremely lean can also be bad for your mental health. My case of anorexia wanted to get extremely lean. In my case, I wanted to get extremely lean. It's not that I wanted to be thin. Not all cases of anorexia are like that, where you want to get as thin as you can. Some cases, like, especially my case, I had a desire to get extremely lean. want to know what can happen if you get extremely lean? Is not only you're going to suffer physical health problems, but also mental health problems too. Because your brain is being deprived of its energy source, aka fat. Aka fat. Just like how having a large amount of fat around your abdominal cavity can be bad for you, yeah, being extremely lean can also be bad for you. Because you could suffer bone problems. Because vitamin D is not a water-soluble vitamin. The vitamin that makes your bones strong, yeah, that vitamin's not water-soluble. It's one of those fat-soluble vitamins. Which means if your fat percentage gets too low, your bones could deteriorate very quickly. Your workouts are gonna suck. Sometimes things just feel heavy at first, but then I get used to it very quickly. In my case of anorexia, I wanted to try getting to like 0% body fat. In my case. Then I realized if I got extremely lean like that, my bones could become brittle. Having a low body fat percentage can cause your bones to deteriorate. It's not just being obese that can put you at risk around your belly that can cause your bones to deteriorate. Simply being extremely lean can also cause that too. Not all cases of anorexia involve one's desire to get extremely thin. Some of it might actually involve an irrational desire to get extremely lean. Like in my case of anorexia. And our goal is to fight this horrible eating disorder. It's a pretty horrible eating disorder. I'd like to... my goal is to start helping people who have eating disorders. Yes, not only get to normal weight, but bring them back stronger than ever. Like, I'd turn toothpicks into bodybuilders. The good thing about fat acceptance movement is that it can actually reduce the incidence of eating disorders big time. Because fat shaming only makes problems worse. Like, it could drive people into developing an eating disorder like bulimia, anorexia. let me tell you the cold hard truth. You actually do need some fat in your body. You need at least a certain amount of fat in your body to survive and be healthy. Because if you get extremely lean, it's game over for your bones. Because vitamin D3, vitamin D, the stuff that makes your bones strong, the only medium it can go through is fat. This is why your body has to store some of the food you consume as fat. It's not just that some, ballerinos and ballerinas are at a greater, they're not the only ones that are at a greater risk of anorexia. Those who want to be bodybuilders are also at risk too, as they try to get extremely lean, by any means necessary. Which means starving yourself. Because I know there are people out there. I myself am still recovering from anorexia. I'm still recovering, actually. Like, not all cases of anorexia come out the same way. Some people have a desire to be thin, some people have a desire to get extremely lean. Some people have a desire to get extremely lean. Not all cases of anorexia are the result of one's desire to get extremely thin, like Barbie doll. Some cases may be the result of a desire to get extremely lean. As in my case of anorexia. In my case, it was not a desire to get extremely thin that drove me into anorexia. In my case, it's not always a desire to be thin. For some people, it's a desire to get to a very low body fat percentage. It's not always a desire to be thin that drives people into becoming anorexics. It ain't always a desire to be thin that can drive people into anorexia nervosa. Good right there. Most people who lose weight, by the way, actually end up gaining back the weight. Sometimes they actually gain even more weight back than compared to previous. There may be biological reason behind that. There might actually be a biological reason behind that. Behind why some people are more prone to gaining back the weight they lost compared to others. It's possible that the biological mechanisms that'll drive them into gaining back the weight they lost might actually have been the one that drove them into becoming overweight in the first place. Might have to do with the fact that the drive for them to gain back the weight might actually be the same drive that drove them into becoming overweight in the first place. Sometimes, what could contribute? Want to know what could contribute to this? Air pollution can contribute to this. Because not only does it cause asthma, air pollution causes asthma. But can create a runaway cycle that could fuel the epidemic too. Normal weight obesity is mostly caused by what you're eating and how much you're eating. If your diet consists of only junk food, yet you eat very little, that could be a breeding ground for normal weight obesity. I tend to be pretty open about my normal weight obesity. Some people are open about their obesity. Like me. About their obesity. So I gotta admit, there may be a genetic component to the epidemic, too. If you have a thyroid problem like hypothyroidism, it's best not to lose weight at all. Because skinny people with hypothyroidism I do have a healthy sense of humor. I do have a healthy sense of humor. Kind of like that South Korean Hulk. Why does Chul's... I have an opinion I could share with you. You know how some bodybuilders claim to be full natty? Yeah, some of them are definitely not natty at all. Because the only way they could get that huge that quickly... Steroids, bro. Steroids. There's this South Korean bodybuilder. Yeah, his real name's Chul Soon. My question about why some people lie about being natty my opinion about why some people lie about their so-called natty physique, even though they're definitely enhanced. I think for some people, there are more practical reasons they'd be lying. In my opinion, I think there are more practical reasons why some people would lie. Because, you know, Chol Soon is from South Korea. Yeah, there are those people out there who lie about being natty. Even though they're definitely on steroids. Wanna know why some people would lie? Practical reasons might play a role. Because some countries, some of the countries they're from have some pretty strict drug laws. Why some people lie about steroids, not taking steroids even though they're... Yeah, there are those people out there who'd lie about being natty. Even though there are those people out there who'd lie. Who'd tell big fat lies about their natty status. Yeah, there are those people out there. And Cholstoon is one of those guys. Why would Cholstoon lie about being natty? In my point of view, it's not like, I don't think Cholstoon is a selfish liar. He's out for the money. From my point of view, there's a lot more practical. It's more for practicality than it is for profit. I don't think Cholstoon is a lying asshole. I don't think that. I don't should be good. Anyways, this should be it for this video. Don't forget to leave a like if you liked this video. Dislike if you disliked it. Subscribe for more. Don't forget to share this with your friends on social media, and as always, wait, forgot something. You know, just having a low fat percentage can put you at risk for malnutrition. Believe it or not. anyways, this should be it for this video. Don't forget to leave a like if you like this video. Dislike if you disliked it. Subscribe for more. As always, thank you for watching. Stay tuned for more. For part 4. And cheers. And don't forget to follow me on social media for more content like this. As always, cheers.